Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Good evening, good evening, good evening. First of all, I want to say peace and prosperity to all of y'all, man. All of y'all. Whether you're watching the live stream or whether you're watching the replay video on YouTube, I appreciate you for tuning in. And welcome back to another episode of the P-Ave Perspective, where we speak truth, build bridges, and pave the way for a better future. I'm your host, Mr. O'Neal, and tonight's topic is long overdue. Long overdue. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all spending this Thursday evening with me. And hope everybody had a great week. I hope everybody is in the best of health and spirits. But like I said, tonight's topic is long overdue. And the subject of that is black women, we need you. Let me look in the camera when I say this. Black women, we as black men, black boys, we need you in the worst way possible. But tonight we're going to talk about the historic role of black women in our community, the damage that's been done to her spirit, her faith in us as black men, and what we need to do as men, not just say, but what we need to do to start rebuilding the trust that's been broken. As we all know, the black women has been the heart of our community, man. Like, we take it back, us people in America, we take it back to slavery. But even before slavery, black women have always been the heartbeat of the black community. Before we ever arrived here on slave ships, our sisters were queens, healers, warriors, spiritual leaders, and teachers, man. Even in slavery, it was our women who held families together, who nursed not only their own children, but the slave master children too. Throughout Jim Crow, the civil rights era, mass incarceration, who's been marching, praying, and holding the line? Our black women. The emotional labor, the spiritual labor, the financial support, the child rearing, the organizing, all of that is black women. And it's time we as black men say publicly and clearly, we see you, we value you, and we need you in real life. It's as plain as we can get it. And to the people that's, you know what I'm saying, in the chat, if you know a black woman who's held it down for their family or community, drop her name in the comments. Let's give her her flowers tonight. You know what I'm saying? She deserves her flowers. She deserves her flowers. But the painful truth is, somewhere along the line, somewhere along this journey, we lost you. We lost each other. We as black men have to take accountability for how we contributed to that loss. For too long, we let ego, trauma, fear, and pain turn into abandonment, abuse, and silence. Some of us grew up without seeing healthy love. We didn't know how to lead, how to protect, and how to provide emotionally. And the system, like, come on, we know the system done its part too. Policies that pull men out of the home, welfare systems that force women to choose between support and a man, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, over-policing, under-educating. All of it by design was meant to divide the black man and the black woman. And now, here it is. We left with distrust, distance, disconnect. And guess who suffers the most? Guess who suffers the most? Our children, our communities, basically all of us, man. Basically all of us. like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real for a minute. We always do. Like, we see it today. Example, men running around calling women masculine because they're tired of being disappointed. We see it today. Number two, women saying, I don't need a man, when deep down, they just can't trust one no more. They just can't trust them no more. So now it's the, I don't need a man, I don't, you know what I'm saying, and all this. And a generation of kids caught in between bitterness, broken homes, and silence. The internet is filled with arguments, podcasts full of blame, but where are the healing conversations? We need to start having those healing conversations. Good evening, Miss Alicia. Thank you for tuning in. But we need to start having those healing conversations. Right here, that's what we about to do on the P-Ave Perspective. That's what we're about to do. We're not here to tear each other down. We're here to figure out how to build back up. We need to figure it out. Like, if you ever felt the disconnect between black men and black women, what do you think is the root of it? Drop it in the comments. Listen, man, like, I get on here, you know what I'm saying, and I share my personal stories. You know what I'm saying? And like, the people that have been on here have heard. I talk about, you know what I'm saying, a lot about my mother and how I feel like, you know what I'm saying, choices and decisions that my mother made negatively impacted my life. I talk about that because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Negative behavior, it impacted my life in a negative way. But I have never in my life felt like I didn't need my mother. I didn't want my mother. And that if it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't be here, man. In more ways than one. Not just giving birth. Not just giving birth, because I speak on damage and, you know what I'm saying, the damage that a lot of women and a lot of people suffer from. And my mother suffered from through abusive relationships and everything. And like, I readily speak on that. But do not get it twisted for 1 minute. That is my mother. I would not be here. I would not be the man I am today if not for my mother. All the trials and tribulations that I saw her go through, yes, it affected me. But I made the choices and decisions to do what I want to do. That is not on my mother. I have mothers, sisters, multiple sisters, aunts, nieces, daughters, friends, and I would never in my life even start to think that I don't need them in my life, that I'm not a better person and that my life is not beneficial from having those women in my life. But it's getting crazy out here. It's really getting crazy out here because, like, we already know, like I spoke on earlier, we already know that the system is, you know, keen and focused on dividing us and keeping us divided, because that prevents black families. Black men and black women hating each other, that prevents black families. Black families, like I've always said, are the foundation of our wealth. They the foundation of love. They the foundation of success. A strong family structure is the foundation for everything we accomplish in life, in real life. And those who don't have that strong family structure, where it was me growing up, or, you know what I'm saying, other families or other people, like, you see that. You see that in the outcome of the individuals. You see that in the outcome of the family as a unit. Like, to my brothers that's listening, it's not about blame, it's not about shame, but it's about taking ownership. It's about taking ownership. And like I said, I can honestly say that while I've never been perfect, I've always tried to be a stand-up dude when it comes to women. But even in situations where I felt like I was done wrong, I had to leave those situations, and I had to, like, there's never been a second that I didn't look at myself to see what I could have done better in the situation, what I could have, you know what I'm saying, maybe did to change the outcome or whatever. Because I would never, you know what I'm saying, fix my mouth to blame a woman or blame women or blame somebody for the circumstances that I find myself in or the circumstances that I choose to go through. But we have to get it together, man. We have to get it together, because if we don't get it together, we doomed. We doomed. Like, as crazy as it may sound, like, while we as black men, and I don't say all, but while a lot of us are busy hating on our black women, like women in general, like, do you realize that you have a whole new different set of people now who I feel, you know what I'm saying, are actually trying to take our women's place. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, not people and what people do, but I've heard several trans biological men who are choosing to call themselves women claim to be more woman than a lot of women out here. And that shit don't fly with me. It don't. I say that from a heartbeat. And I might be a little off topic when I say this, but the women who entertain that and call them women, I feel like y'all disrespecting y'allself. And as a man, if you heard me doing it, you would take it way worse if you heard me calling one of them lady or calling one of them a woman or said, like, that's not what it is. We love our black women. We need our black women. The attack on us, on y'all, the attack on us, the attack on the unit is stronger than ever. And if we don't get our shit together, we won't be able to get it right. We talk about how we don't have family reunions anymore. We talk about how the family don't get together anymore. Like, think about it. It's worse than that, because now family members are killing each other. Now you can't even depend on your family members. And just like I said, all of this started, everything that we are dealing with now as a people started with the division of the black man and the black woman. That's how it started. That's where it started. That's why we're in the situation where we in now. And like I said, I can apologize on behalf of every black man, but we have to be accountable. All of us have to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, like I always say, I tell my daughters, I would tell my sisters, I would tell anybody, you are accountable for who you choose to be with. You are accountable for what you choose, who you choose to be with, even if it turned out wrong. Understand, he couldn't have got next to you as close as he did if you didn't allow that. And I say that to say this. Like I posted on social media yesterday. Y'all as women, y'all have to get to the point where y'all start calling a spade a spade. If me as a black man, if I go out here and choose a woman that's 40, 50 years old, and once I get to know her, once I get to truly understand who she is, if I feel like, hold on just a minute, let me cut this short. I gotta run and check on something. My apologies. But like I was saying, me as a man, I have to take responsibility for who I allow in my life and what I allow them to do. Now I'm going to give you an example. If I go out here and get a 40, 50-year-old woman, I'm 52. If I go out here and get a 52-year-old woman because I like her, because for whatever reason I'm attracted to her, if I getting to know her better, get in a relationship with her, and I realize that she's a liar, she's not trustworthy, that all of this negative stuff that we can say about people. I have to get to the point where eventually I have to realize and admit to myself, that's not a grown woman. That's not a grown woman. And I have to assume responsibility for choosing this and choosing, you know what I'm saying, to allow her into my life and dealing with her. I can't then come back after I realize that, you know what I'm saying, and come back and say, y'all women aren't this, or y'all women don't do this, or y'all, I can't do that when I know I'm dealing with a child. So the first thing I ask women to do is start holding yourself accountable. Start calling a spade a spade. If you're fooled by looks, you know, by what he got, whatever it is, once you realize that he's not on the level of a man, you have to stop blaming men for you choosing boys. You have to hold yourself accountable for being bamboozled, tricked, or whatever it is he did to make you believe in the beginning that he was a man. Once you see he's not a man, you have to stop, you know what I'm saying, like putting it on men. The same thing I would tell myself, the same way I would tell men. We have to assume responsibility. So, like I said, I can't, you know what I'm saying, make up for the guys who were abusive. I balanced it out with not being abusive myself. I can't make up for the guys who are habitual liars. I tried to balance that out by always telling the truth myself. I can't, you know what I'm saying, be held accountable for the guy who don't do what he says he's going to do. Because I've always been the type of man to try to do exactly what I say I'm going to do, and then be willing to say I can't do it when I can't do it. So when I hear a lot of these women, you know what I'm saying, say this and say that and say this about men, I know the man I am, and I know a few other guys like myself. So I know it can't be said that all men are like this. It can't even be said that no men are like this, because like I said, rule number one as a man is, I'm grown. I do what I want to do. I do what I choose to do. If it's wrong, I have to handle the consequences myself. If it's right, I get to celebrate myself. So I would never, you know what I'm saying, try to put my personal accountability on somebody else's shoulders. Nobody can make me act a certain way. I can choose to act a certain way. Nobody can make me do certain things. I can choose to do certain things. And ladies, I want y'all to start holding yourself accountable. Really. Now, as for the men, it gets to the point where, like I said, the gap has to be bridged. We have to, know what I'm saying, figure this shit out. Or like I said, it won't work. It won't work. So to the women right now, to the women who hate men or this or that, like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the women who love men. I'm not even saying black men. It's not a race thing with me. I'm strictly sister. But I don't care who you are, who you with. None of that matters to me. None of that matters to me. The only thing that matters to me is that you understand this shit don't work without y'all. It doesn't work without y'all. Look at it. The division that's got us now in the chokehold, like we going to hell in a handbasket because we can't figure it out. We won't be able to figure it out. Man, woman were made to be a team, as a unit, to operate as a unit, and to work as one. When I have to do it by myself, if I have to do it by myself, that takes away my power. So in the real, like I've said before, in the battle where who's, you know what I'm saying, the prize depends on who you get. Because in a good relationship, in a good solid relationship, both male and females are the prize to each other because of what they bring to the table. So this is what I want to say now. You know what I'm saying? As far as what we can do as black men to start bridging that gap, you know what I'm saying, and repairing the relationship, regaining your trust, regaining your respect, regaining your honor. And let me say this. I'm more than willing to work with anybody as a coach, as a human being. I'm more than willing to work with anybody. But what I'm not going to do is, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, going to try to carry the load or the burden of what somebody else did to you. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm on. But if you want to work to become a better person, I'm all for that. If you know what I'm saying, just like I just want to see you win. I just want to see you a better person to the point where when you run into a young black man out there in the street or an older black man, that you can go to that person with love, with nurturing, with wisdom, with kindness, like we need, like we are used to our women coming with, and not coming with the negativity. That's all. That is all. So, as a black man, I want to first talk to the black men. Not you Buster Douglas ass dudes, not you scrubs, not you liars that's claiming players, like the black men, the young black brothers, the older black brothers who are square business about their manhood, who are serious about their manhood and know what it takes to be a man and also know your responsibilities as a man. This is what I feel like we need to do as men from our perspective. Ladies, check me out, tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I feel like us as men need to do to start regaining your trust, regaining, you know what I'm saying, your respect, and all of the above. But the number one thing that I think, or I know that we should be doing as black men is start personally. Start with yourself. Start healing your wounds. Because I saw it coming up. The majority of the stuff that we put women through, it's because we went through stuff on our own. We didn't learn. We weren't taught. We didn't see it. We didn't experience it. And we just, know what I'm saying, took what we did see and like, okay, that's what's it. That's what's up. Like, that shit is not what's happening. And like, I'm 52. If I still didn't know better, I would really be messed up because I feel like I ain't got too much time left to figure it out. But to the rest of the men in this world, you got time to figure it out, bro. You got time to figure it out. You got time to get you right. Before you can worry about a woman, before you can worry about anything else, you have to do the work to get you right. Go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? Work on accountability. Get to the point where you understand as a man that as a leader, the buck stops with you, bro. The buck stops with you. Work on accountability. Heal from the mama wounds and your mama issues. Heal from the wounds left by your absent dad and your dad not being there. And heal from the wounds that were caused in the streets, man. The trauma and drama that, you know what I'm saying, we have to endure in the streets. We need to work on ourselves and we need to heal from that. Or we're not going to be no good for ourselves. And let me say this. If you're not willing to work on yourself, then you don't deserve a good woman. Women, vice versa. If you're not willing to work on yourself, if you don't constantly trying to better yourself and become a better version of you, you don't deserve a good man, because that's what it's about. It's constantly about growth and development. And if you feel like you're perfect, then you're not in a situation to be growing with nobody or helping nobody grow. So, like I said, men, start healing your own wounds, man. Get therapy, start working on accountability and heal from your wounds. You have to do the work for yourself. Number 2, we have to start speaking life into black women. We have to start speaking life into black women. And people will tell you, my sisters, my mom, my cousins, my homegirls, my in-laws, any woman that I deal with in life, period, I'm trying to speak positivity in her because I want her to win. That's somebody's mother. That's usually somebody's sister. That's somebody's wife. You know what I'm saying? So I want everybody to win. But we as black men have to start speaking life into our black women. We have to start talking and dealing with our black women on a positive level. We have to start respecting them. Not only, does that demand them respect themselves, but also that demands that anybody on the outside that's looking understands that they have to respect her too. Because if they don't respect her, they don't respect us, brother. And I'm going to just keep it a buck. So we got to know. And I'll be the first one to say, I'm a protector, but I don't protect those who don't need to be protected. I don't protect the tough women, you know what I'm saying, that feel like they can do this or that. But we have to get to the point where we speak life into our black women. Compliment them without expectations. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Lady, you looking good today. Don't do it just because you want to talk to her. Then get upset when she don't respond the way she wants you to respond. That's not manly. That's little boy shit. Excuse me. That's not manly. That's little boy shit. We have to step our game up. We have to start showing up for them without needing applause. See, I see dudes nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because they do something for their kid, or just because, you know, you need me and I'm there for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a reward, you want a cookie, you want praise. Like, that's called being a man, brother. That's called being a man. Being a father to your child. Being a man with a shoulder to lean on. Being a man with real advice when they need it. Being a man that just like, hey, I'm here for you if you need me. No strings attached. That's just called being a man, brother. Ain't nothing major about that. And if you feel like you need a cookie, maybe you need to step your game up. Because, like, I don't feel I have to be rewarded for being a man. Never have. When it's appreciated, when it's acknowledged, I appreciate it. But I don't have to be rewarded. I don't have to be acknowledged. I don't have to be given a reward for being a man, man. That's who I am. That's my makeup. That's what I stand for. That's what I'm here to do. So as black men, like I said, man, start speaking life into black women. Our sisters, our wives, our friends, all of them. It damn sure won't hurt. But number 3, and this shit is important, because I talked to sisters when I came up with these things. I really talked to people to see. And I left the bullshit on the cutting block, but I brought you the real. And number 3, be consistent and be safe, man. That means emotionally, financially, spiritually, like stand in your purpose, man. Be who you are. Be who you say you're going to be. Do what you say you're going to do. And when I say financially, let me get this straight, man. No man, I don't feel like no man is obligated to take care of any woman. So let's get that straight off the top. What I mean is simply be you, brother. Be you. If you can do it and you're going to do it, do it. If you say you're going to do it, do it. If you can't do it, say you can't do it. Like, be consistent, bro, and be safe. That's what trust is. Like, I talk to these women and they say, I can't trust a man. Like, the one thing I've never had is, like I said, I've never had a woman say you can trust me, because you can always trust me to be honest and be upfront. And that's all I could be. That's all I could be. Real women, that's all they expect. That's all they expect. They don't expect you to be Superman. They expect you to be who you're going to be. And when we come in as men, I've seen these dudes that come in flashing their little money, you know what I'm saying, and like trying to impress her. And then later on, when she's impressed with the money, you like, oh, you a gold digger, oh, you want me. But that's what you led with, brother. If you leave saying, I got you, you ain't got to worry about nothing, be comfortable. Make sure you have her. Make sure she don't have to worry about nothing. And if you can't do it anymore, be honest and let her know. Don't flip the script and say, oh, you wrong because all you want is my money and all this and that. When you run out of money, if you led with money, like, be consistent and be safe. Tell the truth. Be upfront. I'm not looking for a relationship right now. You know, I'm dating a few more other girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out. Like, those that can't respect it, they're not women. Simple as that. But like I say, I've been that way my whole life. And I tell people all the time, understanding be the misunderstanding. Because I'm straight up, you either know you ain't got to deal with me because you don't want to deal with my mess, or you get in, you know what I'm saying, involved in the situation exactly knowing what you're dealing with. So again, I say, man, be consistent and be safe, man. Just be you. Be comfortable. Get to the point where you're comfortable being you. I'm comfortable being me, whether I got it to let you hold or whether I don't have it. Whether I can be there, you know what I'm saying, and be your shoulder to lean on at that moment, or if I have to say, hey, I apologize, but I can't make it. Like, I'm me every day, and nobody is ever going to make me feel bad because I'm me. So be consistent, man, and be safe. Number 4, stop trying to lead without listening, man. Without listening. You know what I'm saying? Leadership starts with humility, not control, man. I see that. I'm a leader. I need a one. Bro, half of y'all don't even know where y'all going. It took me my 30s, 40 to really figure out what my purpose was in life. So, like, I'm all for wanting somebody to follow you, but nobody is going to follow your ass, you know what I'm saying, into the crash. Just because you think, you know what I'm saying, somebody should follow you. You know what I'm saying? In order to learn your teammate and be the best teammate you can be, you have to listen first. You have to do more listening than talking a lot of times. And just like I said, leadership is earned, man. It's not demanded. It's not taken. Real, true leadership is earned by you being consistent and being safe and also being willing to listen and take what they got going on into consideration, man. Simply put, none of this is above what it takes to be a man, bro. None of this. Like, these are the foundational pillars of being a man. Number 5, protect, provide, and partner. And let me say this again. Providing doesn't always mean money, because let's keep it real. These sisters out there own it. These sisters out here own it. A lot of these sisters making more than us. A lot of these sisters, you know what I'm saying, are more financially stable than a lot of us men. I know with me, because I done did 11 years in prison. So if she ain't never been to prison, she got a leg up on me. But, like I said, that doesn't mean I can't make her feel secure. That doesn't mean I can't beat her for her spiritually. That doesn't mean that I can't provide knowledge. I can't provide wisdom. I can't provide, you know what I'm saying, emotional understanding, a level of spirituality, you know what I'm saying, and just understanding who she is, what she wants, and being there, man. And being there. So like I said, protect, provide, and partner. And just like I said, man, like for the guys, the women that's out there, you ain't got no money, that's cool. I'm glad you feel like that. But I know women, you know what I'm saying, that got their own and wouldn't mind helping the brother. But if he's coming to the table with nothing but his hand out, I would turn him away too. I would turn a woman away. So I'm all for that. I would tell my daughters, I would tell my sisters, I would tell everybody, you don't need a burden. You don't need a burden. But a man can be a provider. I'm saying a man can be a provider even if he ain't got no money. That's what a lot of y'all don't realize. And if you haven't realized it yet, it's cool. It's cool. But again, like I said, to my black women listening, what would make you feel safe again with us? What do you want us to hear? Talk to us. Talk to us. Talk to us and let us know what's going on. Let us know, you know what I'm saying, what you need to hear from us. Let us know, you know, we can do better. Let us know what we can do better. Like, it's past time, like I said, it's past time that we get it together. It's past time that we get it together. And it's like, it starts with recognizing why is it so imperative to them that we be divided? Like, seriously, look at the media. Look at the media. I see everybody posting these little cartoons now of, you know what I'm saying, the women and, you know what I'm saying, and the women, you know what I'm saying, the misled women, the misguided women, you know what I'm saying, all well, you know, I took my child support money and I got my nails done and I got my, like, all of this negativity, you know what I'm saying? Like, now everybody is gay. All the men, you know what I'm saying, that don't meet the standards of certain women, or they must be gay, or they must like God. I seen something the other day that said if a man is over-sexual, then, you know what I'm saying, he must like women. He must be, you know what I'm saying, covering up for the fact that he like men instead of women if he's overly sexual. Like, that just sound retarded. That's nature. Just say he's not sexually attracted to you because he's not into you like that. Like, if that makes a man gay because he's overly sexual, like, then hey, something wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could say it make y'all gay for not being as sexual, but that wouldn't make any sense. But like, hypothetically, we could say anything. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one. But if we really believe this, like a lot of us do, we need to get out of the dating pool because we polluting the dating pool. This conversation is for the women who understand, as black women, I need a strong, solid man in order to reach my full potential in life. That's how it was set up from the beginning. That's how it was set up from the beginning. Like, God seen man and everything man had with all, you know what I'm saying, he could want to eat, with all he could have, all the beauty and everything. And he still said, you don't need to be by yourself, man. You don't need to be by yourself. You don't need to figure all this out by yourself. You need a partner. And that's why woman was created. And it's not saying that he was the big baller or whatever. Like, nowadays you got women that's big ballers. But like, I can honestly say, I've, you know what I'm saying, been with women who had more than me. And just because of who I am as a man and what I brought to the table, I haven't had women, you know what I'm saying, to disrespect me and say, oh, I make more than you. You're not bringing nothing to the table, you know, because I made sure, like, even though if I couldn't match you financially, like, I could, you know what I'm saying, put you, you know what I'm saying, on game enough to the point where I could help you multiply what you making. And the main thing was, like I tell people all the time, I'm more concerned about what you can do for you than what you can do for me, because a fair exchange ain't no robbery. Our relationship ain't guaranteed to last forever, but if you've been with me, I can guarantee you I want you to leave me better than you came to me with, because that represents me. If you broke and disgusted and can't be trusted, and you go to the next dude and say, well, this dude left me busted, that don't look good on my resume. And my resume is impeccable. Just like I tell y'all, I brag all the time. I come with references. I have references from past relationships who will gladly stand on this, on the same thing I say. So that's why I'm confident in saying it. And that's why I'm confident in saying to these men out here, these little boys that's portraying men, y'all need to slide back, man. Y'all need to go play with some little girls. Make sure you're dealing with a little girl. Make sure she of age. But know what I'm saying, a lot of y'all 30, 40, 50-year-old men, y'all little kids mentally and emotionally. Y'all haven't figured out how to be men. So don't, know what I'm saying, get out here and keep, know what I'm saying, messing over these sisters and destroying these sisters mentally and emotionally. Go play with a little girl who on that time, man. We ain't got time for that. We don't have time for that. Women, again, I'm holding y'all accountable. I'm holding y'all accountable. Y'all can't be out here flossing these little scrubs and bums, you know what I'm saying, knowing they scrubs and bums, and then try to blame it on all men when they show themselves to be scrubs and bums. No. That's not how it works. That's not how we get in. And if that's what you want, I'm cool with that. But I'm slowly but surely distancing myself from all of that. Any dudes that's out here talking about all women ain't shit or all women cheat, you would not be in my space with that negativity toward women. Vice versa with the women. You would not be in my space with that negativity toward men, because you are part of the problem. You are the worst part because you are one of us. See, it's bad enough when other people say, you know, put that shit out there in the air like black women ain't this or black men ain't that. But now we doing it to ourselves. We doing it to ourselves. And now it done got so bad to the point where you got mothers out here, that women who are supposed to be mothers, who are supposed to be nurturers, they're saying, oh, I don't mess with these youngsters. You can't do nothing with these youngsters. You can't tell them nothing. No, this and the third. Like, come on now. Y'all are the mothers. Y'all are the nurturers. Y'all are the, you know what I'm saying? Y'all give birth. That is y'all job, to nurture, care, you know what I'm saying, and teach. And now y'all can't do nothing with the black men. Y'all can't do nothing with the young black men either. What they gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Y'all already know if we decide to start jumping the fence to the other side, whether it's white, whether it's Spanish or anything, we're gonna be wrong for that. We're gonna be wrong for that. So we don't want to be wrong. We want to be right. We want to get it together. We want to work to repair our relationship with y'all. So We need to figure it out. We need to figure it out. Miss Alicia, help me figure it out. We really need to figure it out. We need to figure it out, man. And if we don't figure it out, like I said, we doomed. We doomed, man. And like I said, I don't know how much time I have left here on this earth, but the thought of me leaving and leaving my daughters and my sons in this current world, with the women that I know are out here for my sons, with the men or these boys that I know are out here for my daughters, like I would never rest easy. I would never rest easy knowing I didn't do my part to try to get this shit right while I was here. I would not, because I know if it don't change, my daughters are going to suffer, my granddaughters are going to suffer, my grandsons are going to suffer, because the community suffers. And the community is going to suffer until real women decide they want to step up and start being the real women that they were meant to be. And us men stepping up and deciding, hey man, it's time to grow the fuck up. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. And I'm not telling nobody how to live their life. This is what I'm saying. People that know me know I'm poly. I practice plural. I feel like I can have as many women as I want to, not as I can support. Like some people say, oh, you got to be able to afford that. That's bogus. I've had multiple women and I didn't ask you. So that's bogus. But whatever I choose to do as a man, I get to choose to do that. Because if a man nowadays can choose to be a woman, don't tell me what I can and can't do. I get to choose to do exactly what I want to do, be exactly who I want to be, and live my life exactly how I want to live it. The only thing I owe to anybody else is honesty, and I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me, so I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm not telling you what to do. Like the women that say, oh, well, if you can have two women, that you can have whatever you want. You just like me. It's up to you to find the people who want to be down with your program. I'm not knocking you if you don't want to be down with mine. Don't knock nobody else that don't want to be down with yours. But you have to figure out what's the best format for your team. It ain't got to be marriage. It could be, you know what I'm saying, a commitment. Whatever it is, we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. We have to figure out what we want as individuals and find somebody who wants the same things, man. And just like I said, if you hate men, you don't want a man. Go do it somewhere else. If you hate women, go do it somewhere else. That's not what we own over here. That's not what we own over here. We are looking to make connections. It ain't got to be love connections. It ain't got to be romance connections. But in order to get our families right, in order to get our neighborhoods right, in order to get our communities right, we are going to have to unite. Men and women are going to have to be able to work together, to trust each other, to set goals, and work together as a unit to accomplish those goals. If not, this shit don't work. It don't work. I don't care how we rock. If we don't get it together, it don't work. And like I say, like, as crazy as it may sound, like, I want to salute the black people that are doing it right. I want to salute the black people that are uniting, that are getting married, that are, you know, making commitments, you know, that's setting goals together, that's, you know, planning their life together, that are building something positive together. I salute y'all, man. I salute y'all. And like, as bad as I hate to say it, especially with social media, I want to see more positive examples. I want to see more positive examples of black, because we have so many examples of negative black relationships. We have so many examples, like all through this week, all for the past month, I've been hearing about boyfriends killing girlfriends, killing boyfriends, husbands, wives killing each other. Like, what a love at? What a love at? Like, I know they putting these stories in front of us, you know what I'm saying, because I look at the comments and they say, see, that's why you can't trust no men, or that's why I choose to be by myself. That shit is bogus. That shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all that do that, y'all running from responsibility. Y'all running from accountability. So just say that. Just say that. Because everybody is not like that. That's, you know what I'm saying, like me saying now that since those girls done went and killed their boyfriends or killed their husband, you know what I'm saying, that all of y'all, know what I'm saying, is like that. All of y'all are ignorant. All of y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, come on, man. That shit couldn't be further from the truth. So y'all need to stop doing it like that. Because like I tell people all the time, if I say women ain't this, ain't shit, that means my mother, my sisters, my daughters, that means everybody. I can't, know what I'm saying, say that. I won't say that. And if one person, 10 women, you know what I'm saying, hurt me, I still can't say that, you know what I'm saying, responsibility falls on all women. That shit is bogus, you know what I'm saying, and it's delusional. It's bogus and it's delusional. We have to get it together. We have to get it together. And like I said, counseling, you know what I'm saying, whatever we need to do. Whatever we need to do, man. Whatever we need to do as individuals. Like, I know me for a fact. Like, I got to the point where I don't trust people. Like, I still don't trust a lot of people. But I will never let that deter me from meeting new people. You know, potentially finding new friends. Potentially finding new mates. Potentially finding new business partners. And if that, my past hindered me, I would do what I need to do to get myself right. I would do what I need to do to get myself right. So again, ladies, whether you in the feed, whether you're going to be watching this video later, we have to repair the damage that we've done. You have to start repairing the damage that you allowed to be done. Me as a man, once I got myself together, like, I went and apologized to people. You know what I'm saying? To make it right with people. You know what I'm saying? Not that I felt like I did something wrong, but just because I wasn't knowledgeable enough. Just because I didn't have the tools, all of the tools of manhood to truly be the best man that I could be in the situation. That's how I had to work through, you know what I'm saying, my situations and build myself up. Take accountability to the point where I figured out how to work on me and become a better me. So at the least, I wouldn't keep choosing wrong. Because I control who I choose. And just like I said, y'all women know, these dudes not getting next to y'all. Y'all letting these dudes next to y'all. So assume responsibility. But no, real black men, again, we need you. We respect you. And we listen. And we listen. How can we get better? How can we work together to rebuild the bridge between black men and black women? Like, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Again, black women, we see you, we honor you, and we need you. We need you. This shit do not work without you. You are the foundation of the black community. You are the foundation of the black families. And as a black man, I made it my mission to step up and not only assume responsibility for my personal family, I assume responsibility for my village. I assume responsibility for my clan. I assume responsibility for my tribe. And each and every one of you that tune in with me every week or watch these videos, I consider y'all my family, my village, my tribe, and I would do anything in my power to help my sisters and my brothers become the best version of themselves. Not just as mothers, not just as workers, but as our partners, our equals, and our leaders too. Because like I readily say, man, people talk about game and people talking about, you know, you getting the game and getting laced up. I proudly tell people 85, 90% of the game that I got came from women. I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for strong black women. And regardless of what they say or regardless of what you know what I'm saying, they do, as long as y'all continue to be strong black women, I'm down for you and I will ride for you. And that's me, Mr. O'Neal. I can't speak for nobody else. But I guarantee the men that are around me, I will hold them as just as accountable as I am, and they know it. They know it. I don't play when it comes to that. I've always been a protector of my mothers, my sisters, my cousins, my extended family, and friends, and that will never stop. As long as I know that those strong black women love us as black men, and they're going to ride for us just as hard. So, to my brothers, brother, we got work to do, man. We got work to do. And just like I said, this ain't about perfection, it's about effort. We need to seriously start putting forth the effort, man. Let's rebuild. Let's reconnect. Let's restore the heartbeat of our community, man. Let's restore the heartbeat of our community. If you believe in this mission, share this video. Tag a brother. Tag a sister. Start the conversation, man. Let's talk about it. It starts with a conversation. It starts with a conversation. Look, man, time is winding down. Once again, I want to thank y'all, for tuning in. I want to thank whether you're watching the live stream or whether you're watching the replay. This shit don't work without you. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting me. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and keep paving the way. Peace, love, and progress. I love y'all. See you next time.